Has anyone played the Overwatch event that's happening at the moment?
Nope, I don't play Overwatch because I hate Blizzard.
Guys, we're live.
Okay, good for you.
I know that's a good opening. I thought you were going to introduce us. And what's
You also
going
said
on here, Lucky?
you can talk.
Lucky, what's going on here?
I need to
You
keep
have
up.
both
Quality
mouths open.
professionalism.
I'm trying to be professional.
Who are you again?
Hi, internet. My name is Lucky, and I'm here with friends.
Hi, I'm
at least
Fubar, I'm Lucky's friend.
Well, that's a long stretch right there.
No, right?
Hey, people.
more-
He just pays me to be here.
Hello, welcome to the Loading Podcast. My name is Lucky, and today I am joined by. I'm opening cider while talking about this. Wow. I am joined by Fubar
Hello.
and TheSideWaysFish.
Okay, so I don't get an actual name, do I?
That is your name, isn't it?
No.
Fine, we are joined by Peter.
Yeah,
or
I'm Peter.
Paul,
Hey, yeah.
whichever choice he wants.
You're Peter. I should have picked an
Why are you
Irish
Why are
name.
you all giving me biblical names? Yeah, Podrick.
He's
I'm
really
joined by
Peter
Podrick
Biblical.
Michalik.
I could have called you Jesus or Moses, but Peter.
Paul, I mean,
Peter-
you're the
Peter
one that's
and
making
Paul.
these.
Peter and Paul are both religious names.
Are they?
As is John, actually. Yeah. Freaking Peter is one of the disciples.
Yeah, so is Michael.
Paul's a
and
dude up in heaven or
Abraham.
something.
Peter's
So
also a
is-
rabbit, so fuck off.
Do you want to get all the Jesus hate mail
I don't
from
give a
Jesus?
shit.
About I'm talking to
He's British.
talking to food,
How do
not
I
you.
put full screen on? Is it F11?
I'm
Oh,
on-
there we go.
F11.
I'm American. I also don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hate mail from Jesus about all your incorrect facts.
Okay.
Which incorrect facts are you referring to?
I mean, I said disciple, and you said Abraham.
Well, no, Abraham wasn't a
Dude,
disciple. I
I'm
never
poor.
said he was. I was just
poor.
saying.
That was for Dave.
Basically, send your hate mail to at Fubar on Twitter. At Fubar.
There you go. There you go. At Fubar Plays. Just send
Guys,
your
this was
Fubar.
supposed to be a 5-second intro.
Well, this is value for money.
This is what the podcast was supposed to be about. Just four idiots just talking about stupid shit.
There's only 3.
Just call me.
Well,
idiot.
originally there were 4 and then sometimes 5. So who knows? Maybe
Wow,
they
where?
make another magical appearance out of the blue.
We're down in numbers. Wow.
Magic. Are we
God.
talking about Jesus again?
No, we're talking. No, we're just talking
Ooh,
about Dave.
controversial.
Speaking about magic, have you heard of Jesus? This guy.
You
Wrote
know,
a
he
book,
turned
he did.
water into wine. He was
Talking
very
about
popular
fan
in
fiction, have you read the Bible?
It's the oldest one.
Eldest
Yeah.
one. So, guys, what have you been playing this
After
week?
that,
Yeah.
Well,
Let's get this back on the rails. You know, let's get focused.
Yeah.
Laser beam.
Focus.
rails.
focus.
laser beam.
John, what have you been playing?
Does Breaking Bad count? Because I haven't been playing anything really. I played a bit of Overwatch, and I'm watching a lot of Breaking Bad, and that's it.
Why don't you tell us about the Overwatch event since you were asking about it?
Oh, the Overwatch event. What's happening? It's kind of cool. So I don't play any other Blizzard games apart from Overwatch. So I can't say anything about to Foobs about not liking Blizzard. But I like Overwatch quite a lot. I think it's quite fun, and I think they do a good job with all the different events and the different modes they introduce for specific times of the year. So at the moment they have like a kind of I don't know what to call it. Basically, it's kind of a narrative thing, and you can play through. You have to do a series of control points and payload, that kind of stuff. It's kind of like, I suppose, what they would do for like a raid or something. I didn't play Destiny that much, but you know, kind of a raid. So you have to complete a series of objectives ranging from capturing points to bringing payloads from A to B, then you know, clearing all the enemies and defeating a certain boss enemy.
Okay. Is that with bots or?
Well, no, it's a 4-person co-op, and then all the enemies are bots. So it's PvE.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's quite fun. It's kind of like a wave, kind of like a horde mode thing, but it's also progressive. So it's not just surviving until you die. There's actually a goal to it,
I don't get
which I
Overwatch.
like.
Why is it so popular? Is Team
I
Fortress?
don't know.
am I
I
right?
think
It's just
well, no,
Blizzard
it's
has one hell of a marketing department.
the thing is as well. I don't like comparing it to. See, I played Team Fortress and it didn't grab me because I feel like the characters in Team Fortress, yeah, they're a bit different, but none of them are really unique.
excuse
yeah,
me. One of them
guy's
has a
sniper rifle,
sandwich.
that's fine. Yeah, I don't care. It's not.
What if it's a ham sandwich?
It's
Now, do you
not
care?
unique. Well, maybe. But in Overwatch, the characters. This is what I like anyway. The characters all have their own very different, unique opinion and unique character to them, and you know, for instance, one character can do 3 blinks and you can kind of dash around the place. One character just has a huge shield. One character is basically a tank, but can become a tank and also whatever. They're all very different.
You mean
That's why I
tank
like
as
it
in like
because-
the gaming term we powerful, or a literal tank?
No, as in like no, they are a tank, but they become like a sentry, like a chain gun sentry. But that means they're very immobile.
Okay.
So, well, no, it's just like okay.
For someone who's never
character's
played
robots.
Overwatch before, this just sounds really random.
The character is a robot, and they have 2 forms. Okay.
Oh,
So
like
their main form
transformer.
when they can So when they walk around, they have a light gun that they use. When they press shift though, they kind of bulk down into a sentry when they can't move, but they have a chain gun. So it's a sacrifice of movement versus power.
Right. Okay.
But as well, one thing I don't like about Team Fortress is that there's no real strategy to it. Like in Overwatch, if you have that character, he's called Bastion. If you're that character, you can counter by playing a certain character or another character. But they're not really hard counters. Like they could still get you. They could still kill you, depends on how well you play the character.
It's got more stronger role elements in it. Than Team
and
Fortress.
I don't feel that exists in Team Fortress.
Oh god, no.
So that's why I like it,
because
because
I played Team Fortress about I think 7, 8 times, and every single time I'd just pick the scout and leg it in there with a baseball bat.
my friend would constantly try and get me to play it, but I never enjoyed it. But that's why I like it, because they're all very different. They all have their unique strengths and weaknesses, and you're not stuck. If one team anyway on the other team has a certain player, you can always counter it by playing something else. And you know that if I do my job right, I can counter that person because my skills are their weaknesses,
Right.
pretty much.
Okay,
And
fair enough.
so it adds a bit of elements, a bit of strategy to it, and also it's just really fun. The characters are fun, and it's quite an entertaining game, and there's nothing too serious in it, so it's a fun break. So that's why I like it.
I just don't know if I'd be able to get into a game like Overwatch.
I
feel
not
like
big
I
on arena
feel it
shooter.
would be kind of like I would go in there in my mindset of just like I'm gonna go in and have a good time and mess about, and I feel like I would get crucified for it. Because I went and played Siege the other day, and I got.
Oh, well, that's a different thing.
No, well, they both have very strong competitive communities on it, and I in Siege it's just like Jesus Christ, I'm getting killed because I don't know callouts, and I feel like in Overwatch
You don't know callouts, you don't know the spots. You're just trying to play as a casual, and you just can't have.
Yeah,
I
but
fell down
that's-
the stairs
that's
and
not
died,
a
and then
big
they
problem.
insulted my mum and everything.
But like in now, from my experience, the community in Overwatch isn't very toxic. People have said it is, but I haven't experienced it to be. But I've been playing it since day one. I've been playing it since the beta last year, and I haven't found it to be toxic.
Apparently, they all the female characters have very shapely bodies, which is weird.
Which drew
No,
controversy
no,
because
No, that's not true actually. Some of them do. Widowmaker does, and Tracer kind of does, but everyone's just annoyed because Tracer's wearing tights and a harness. And that's why everyone gets mad with her. But
Like,
one
is that
of the
all she's
characters.
wearing?
That's
Whoa.
No,
Oh.
one of the characters, Zarya, is the most muscly character in the game. She's literally a tank, but like a muscly tank, not a fat tank. But so no, she isn't. She just has massive muscles, and she could probably break you like a stick. Just saying. So
As if I
no.
was gonna... So don't
No.
talk shit about her, 'cause she'll break you like a stick.
Yeah.
Like she's
Yeah,
a real
okay.
person.
Also, Zarya's. Also,
It's a game, John. Just so you know.
No, I know, but I know there is a competitive element to Overwatch because there's they have their seasons every year or whatever, and you climb the ranks depending on how well you do. But I found outside of that, people aren't typically too, I suppose, toxic in it. They're not too aggressive if you do badly and whatever, and they're not there to do well. Because if they're to do well, they'd be playing competitive.
Oh, they're
And
different games
otherwise-
for it.
Yeah, they have a competitive playlist that's totally separate, and also they have quick play, which basically just you have a 1 hero limit per team, so you can't all play the same champion. But they also have arcade modes that change, so it's kind of even less serious in the quick play because you can have ones where there's no limits, you can play whatever champion you want, and it's just I feel like that's if you want to just have a good time, that's where you go. If you want to be a bit more serious, go to quick play. If you want to be really serious, go to competitive.
Or I could
But
just
I don't
go
think
play
there's much-
Infinite Warfare.
And sell out and get like 4 viewers because they're playing the game, but none of them actually want to watch the video. Yeah,
Oh god,
That's what I'll
Infinite
do.
Warfare was so bad.
I didn't play. I
I'm
didn't
glad
watch
I
anything
didn't
about
purchase it.
I played my cousin's copy of it because God, I'm not wasting money on that shit. And
Oh yeah.
it's so bad.
So Did you feel like you needed to take a shower afterwards?
Felt like I had to burn the house down.
Could I play the last 6 Call of Duty games and get the same idea of what the game's like?
No. I tried to like. How do I phrase this?
Use your words.
Every time I saw a person, it was probably like 1 out of every 8 people would be on the floor, like walking or running.
Okay.
And then the other like 7 out of 8 interactions,
Or like soaring to the air like angels.
They were just flying and everything about, and I was just like, okay, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you have
there's a
shoes,
certain
mister,
time
use them.
where there's a certain time where Call of Duty became Titanfall or Destiny.
It kind of moved into the Halo thing with the whole like lengthy jumping, and then moved more into Titanfall. And
It's even worse than Halo though, because I haven't played Halo 5 much.
I haven't played it at all.
I stopped
played
at
Halo.
What?
I stopped at Halo 3. Okay,
Yeah,
that's weird.
You've never played Halo?
Nope.
Why?
Growing up, I had a GameCube and not an Xbox, so I never got into it.
We'll play it on PC.
Yeah, with what? How? I would, except with what time?
The shush.
The time when you're selling death.
Time.
Yeah, because I have to work.
Nah, you don't.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Nah.
Nah.
It's like it's like
Also, then add on Halo.
do what Simon Pegg does in Rogue Nation, where he's on his dad's desk and he's playing Halo, but then tabs out when someone comes up. And
I can't do that.
Do that. No, you can. You can do it.
No, because nothing would get done.
If you really try, you can though. You might want to, but if you really try, you can.
XRG hasn't played it either.
Well, that sounds like a them problem, not a me problem.
So, Fubar, what have you been
So
playing?
it's their loss.
Yeah, I mean, it got to the point where Halo 3 was out, and I just never
So
really
good.
cared about the Halo series,
Halo Reach is so good.
so I never got into it.
And then moving on.
Halo Reach was good.
What have you been playing other than Infinite
good.
Warfare?
Who? What? Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm ashamed that's the thing you have to say now. What else are you playing apart from Infinite Warfare?
I've played
That's
it like
upsetting to me.
I played it like twice, and that was a while ago, not recently. Jesus.
Well, that's
Twice
why
too
I'm-
much.
Jesus Christ, guy! I just asked what you were playing lately.
Okay, what have I been
Oh,
playing
he called
lately?
you guy.
I know, right?
He took away your name. Lucky.
He's Americans.
I know, right? No manners at all.
So,
Oh, you fucking Europeans.
we're not part of Europe anymore.
What the Europeans?
well,
Hashtag Brexit.
You aren't lucky, but John is.
We might as
I
well part
am,
of Ireland, even.
So what have you been
Back to the
playing?
conversation.
Yeah, that was an awkward silent, rather. What have I been playing? I've been playing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, obviously, I've been playing Dying Light with you.
Yeah.
That's been really fun.
Yeah.
Apart from that, what have I been playing? I went back and finished Assassin's Creed Unity the other day. Because
Sorry about that, actually. Yeah.
I wanted to install a few new games, and I didn't have much hard drive space, and I realised that Unity was 60 fucking gigs. I was like, well, I might as well finish this off so I can uninstall it and put a new game on. So I managed to finish that, and by far one of the best Assassin's Creeds, even though it got such a bad rap.
Yeah. Well, that's the only one I don't own. Well, I should own. I should get it.
Then I've
It's one of those things where first impressions are really important.
yeah, it's because its first few months worth of impressions were the fact that it was buggy and pretty much unplayable.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like everyone
one of
made
those
up their
things
mind
where-
about it, and it was like, oh, okay. And I only got it because it was a case of if I'm going to play all the Assassin's Creed, I don't want to skip a title just in case it's got something important in it. But turns out it didn't. It was just like a alternative story. It didn't have anything to do with the actual main plot, and I was like, oh, cool. Still really enjoyed it though. The city was massive and it had God knows how many AI in it.
Good.
Apart from that, what have I been playing? I bought the Mass Effect Trilogy.
Oh, good.
Because the whole Andromeda thing, I know the plot isn't actually linked to it, but I was like, okay, well, I'll still play the original 3 so I can get back into the feel of the universe and whatnot.
They're good.
Yeah, it is. The first one, though, I was looking through it through nostalgia glasses, and then I was like, oh, it'll be amazing. Then I remember how, I now know how ugly it is, like, graphically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was like
pretty
what,
bad.
2005, 2008.
2008.
Sure. I started playing Mass Effect 3 on stream and didn't go. I didn't go
But then
back
again,
to it
no,
yet.
that's not an
But
excuse.
it doesn't look that good either.
2008 like what Crisis 1 came out in 2004. There are tons of games that came out before 2008 that were pretty, while as Mass Effect doesn't look pretty.
But 2007 was Halo
But here's the
3,
thing.
and that's not great.
Here's the thing about Crisis 1. Crisis 1 required you to have an at the then time supercomputer to actually take advantage of that, whereas Mass Effect didn't.
True.
It was a
People could actually play Mass Effect
I am regretting.
without melting a hole in their floor.
I am regretting my character choice though on Mass Effect though. I picked the Adapt, the one which has got like the psychic abilities.
Don't worry, you can change it in Mass Effect too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm planning on doing. I wish I picked like the soldier or something that actually has a decent weapon, because the Adapt can only pretty much like until you've unlocked all of the powers. I'm stuck using a pistol, and it sucks ass.
I think I chose a soldier in Mass Effect 3 because I have a sniper rifle.
Yeah,
so it's pretty nice.
But apart from that, what else have I been playing? I've been playing Dishonored 2. That's
I've seen that. Yeah, I never finished Dishonored 1. Dishonored 1 I played for a bit and then kind of.
Dishonored's
I
one
don't
of
know
my,
why, I just stopped playing it.
Dishonored is in, well, the series is in my top 5 definitely. First one fucking brilliant. Second one doesn't seem to really have a very strong narrative. It pretty much seems to be a case of just like, oh, you liked the first one, here's more of it. It gave the option of.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing, but you know, like I always like when a game has a sequel, I don't really like it to be a case of just like either
A copy of the first one.
bad or a copy of the first one. I want it to take what made the first one good and then improve on it and push it further. That's what a sequel should be. And I feel like this Dishonored 2 is just very much a case of, here, you liked the first one, here's the second one. And it's a bit annoying that it gave the option of you can play as Corvo, which is the protagonist of the first game, who actually speaks now. And
Really, he didn't speak before? I thought he did.
no, he didn't speak in the first
They
one.
paid for voice acting. Wow.
Yeah, no, and I always found it really funny because what review was? I think it was Zero Punctuation. Because in the first game, the entire plot is Emperor gets murdered, they blame Corvo, he has to prove he's innocent. If he actually had the ability to speak, it would all be cleared out in a matter of seconds. It'd be like, did you kill her?
No, man, it wasn't me, it was him.
Who did it? Spooky Ghost Man came up and stabbed her.
They just throw you in the fucking psych ward. Like, that's better?
Well, it's better than them trying to kill you. Better be hocked up on meds in a padded cell, playing I Spy with the Shadows, than being murdered.
By rats.
But yeah, no, in the second one, it's a case of you can play as Corvo, you can play as Emily, which is the Empress's daughter in the first one. And it's like, if you play, I picked the daughter because it seemed like she's the only one that had like a proper reason. It was like, the plot of the second one is basically, the Empress's sister just appears out of nowhere saying like, oh, I'm the real Empress. And then Corvo and, I swear it's Emily if it isn't, fuck. But they get blamed, like, and they're trying to kill them for a murder series they didn't do. And, it's basically like them trying to prove they're innocent, kind of like the first one. And so you get to pick between Emily or Corvo, and Emily seems to have the only real, like, reason to want to do anything, because it's like, oh, I'm the real Empress, whereas Corvo's just like, oh, you're trying to kill my daughter. The end. There's not really a very strong reason to pick him, and I feel like if I picked him, it would just be because I liked him in the first one. So I obviously picked Emily, and quite a lot of the plot points that are happening at the moment, they seem very focused on like, oh yeah, I knew him when I was a kid, really strong connections. But I feel like if you played as Corvo, it would just be like, there's a guy. Like,
There's a guy. I'm gonna become Christian Bale.
You're Batman. You're Empress. You're Battering. But yeah, no, so mainly Assassin's Creed Unity and Dishonored 2. I am enjoying it, don't get me wrong, but it's just a case of like, it doesn't seem to be pushing it really far.
So you were saying about uninstalling games as well. I actually went on like this is weird for me because since I now have better internet, I don't have to have everything installed. So I installed like 81 games.
Jesus.
Yeah, I now only have 43 installed, and it's weird because I keep thinking I should have more games and I don't.
I went on a massive uninstalling spree.
That's what I said.
Oh, sorry, I thought you went installing.
No.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said it's installed like 40 odd. I was like, oh god.
No, uninstalled 81.
Yeah, Jesus. I went on.
So does the big question? Does Grand Theft Auto 5 run?
Hey, Fubar, great question. Are you still selling death? Because you can sell me some. Well, I don't know where that was going.
Yeah, that one kind of fell apart, didn't it?
Yeah, I know. I
like
had
his
to
connection
start,
to
and I was
GTA.
like, wait.
Yeah, kill me.
Well, no. The connection is fine. Look, because my computer it has special issues. It's going a bit senile.
Oh god,
Actually,
yeah. Same with Sniper Elite fucking
actually-
3.
Look, the thing is, I could have built a new computer, but I decided to buy a three and a half grand camera. So priorities.
You can take a picture of you
Um,
looking sad next to the GTA loading screen.
I can. I actually, well, I didn't buy it. Someone bought it for me. Astroneer, which I want to have a look at as well. It's do you know what it is?
No.
Maybe.
Astroneer is like
I've heard of it.
I didn't play it. I suppose it's kind of like Stardew Valley in space.
Is that the one with the fish on the game cover? The
I
astronauts, which are
don't
like
think
fish
so.
heads.
I don't think so. I haven't seen the cover. I'll send it.
Something with fish.
I'll send the link to the Steam page in the thingy if I can spell Astroneer. But yeah, it's kind of like Stardew Valley in space, I suppose. And it kind of looked interesting to me. Generally, that genre doesn't grab my attention, but that one just looked kind of interesting because it has the extra element of like, you can trade things. You have to collect all your materials, and you can build, your different machines and your whatever, and you can trade and you can travel to different planets as well and get different,
like No Man's Sky.
different things from different planets. I suppose kind of like I didn't play No Man's Sky. or
Apparently, there's
look at
been
anything
quite a
about
bit of DLC for that since everyone abandoned it.
it.
I've been thinking
Right.
about reinstalling it and checking out what has changed, but at the same time, I just don't care anymore.
Did you see the interviewers who went to the development studio?
No.
Basically,
When was this?
It was a few months ago now. But basically, they had an appointment to speak to. Can't remember his name. You know, the one that was making all the promises in the interviews and whatnot. The main head developer.
Sean something.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
other.
basically, they had they scheduled a meeting to speak to him, and they went to the building, and it was completely abandoned. Like it looked like everyone left in a hurry. And it was like, okay, well, can we message them on social media? No response, and it was like they all just disappeared.
Yeah, I think they did Gaming Wildlife did a really good video, kind of like that.
Hmm.
With if what is it? Hello Games were 100% honest with us. Worth checking out.
You guys could do a
So-
series on it. What on
You
what,
saying-
Camji?
On what?
On Emily? Yeah, it's Emily. You guys could do a series on it.
Do a
Yeah,
series on.
we could talk
Cam
about
G
Emily
says
Blunt.
you guys can do a series on it. What is it referring to?
Emily. What other famous Emilys are there? Who plays Hermione? Is that an Emily?
Emily, Emma.
Oh, it's
Watson.
Emma. Fuck. Okay, that'll be another series. Emma's. Sorry, dude. I can't remember what we said. I ramble.
I don't. Did we say Emily at all? I don't think we said it.
Oh no, that's when I asked if it was
What?
Emily for the main character of Dishonored 2.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Bringing it back onto track. The whole you were thinking of reinstalling No Man's Sky. Fubar.
Yeah, but I'm not going to because I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, I'm not even tempted to buy it either.
I
don't
have
really-
right now.
Oh,
on Steam.
Astronaut.
Hopefully this
Okay.
doesn't show up on the video. Damn it, it did. Oh well, whatever. Let's see. Right now I have installed 93 games, and I only probably play about maybe
93?
3 or 4 of them.
I've only got like
You can
20
actually-
installed.
Why
you
do
can
I
actually
have?
go.
I have
Are
like
you
a-
asking why I have so many installed?
Yeah,
Well, because of you
Let me
guys.
tell you.
because yeah,
Um,
because we constantly make plans to record things and then never get around to it.
Well, because
I'm gonna
at
send
the
you a
top
site
of
for
that, I can record like 17 different other games.
Ooh.
Because right now I'm in the middle of 3 series right now. 4 if you're counting Tier 2, which I'm starting. Again.
You should go there and put in your Steam ID, and it'll tell you all your Steam stats.
Yeah, I know.
How
I
many
have,
games you have.
See,
whatever.
I have let's
I've-
see, 511 games.
I've got
In
2.
total.
I think I've hit near 300.
It'll tell you how much you played and how many you've played over a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really need to see those numbers.
See,
Okay, well,
No, because it would just depress me.
I need a
That's
new
all.
series
Yeah,
to do.
it depressed me too.
I've got
It also shows.
I've got Dying
Sorry,
Light.
go on.
I've got Dying Light that's ending soon.
Oh, there's an update for it
I
apparently.
had Sniper Elite 3, but that series has pretty much died
Oh,
because we've
that's
had
Dead by
like
Daylight.
10 different recording tryings of one level, and I'm pissed
I-
off with it.
Yeah, I'm not even bothered.
No, for me it's just a case of it's a dead series. I've got I think 19 not 19. Yeah, 19 recorded like sections of us trying to do the same level with constant crashing.
I've
so,
erased them all.
yeah,
I've erased them all.
so I'm doing it too. Sniper Elite, I'm putting an end to. Sadly, Nazis won. Just there you go.
The Nazis won. Britain gave
let's
up.
just take it out
Britain
back.
and Ireland gave up. The Nazis won.
Yeah, and then I got
What if that happens?
Then I've got the
If they just walked away and said, "Nah, screw it, we're
That
done."
would be a pretty interesting game, now, wouldn't it?
Throwing in the towel.
What you
I
mean
mean,
you're
that's-
throwing in
that's-
the towel? Is this a tick? And it's like, no, we're just giving
That's
up.
the
It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's good, yeah.
That was way too Irish. Oh.
Oh, sorry, boys, we're throwing in the towel. Oh, yeah, you're throwing in the
Jesus,
towel.
I no, we can't afford to. We can't afford to play the games. I'm going to throw in the towel.
Fucking hell, I can't do it.
Okay, lads. Jesus, no, you can't play the Nazis win. Jesus. Getting time for that now.
Do you fucking go step over there, lad.
Jesus, will you mind your language there now? Jesus, you're going to ruin some of yours.
But yeah, no, apart
Kiss your
from...
mother with that mouth.
So I'm
Yeah,
cancelling
kiss your mother with
that.
that mouth.
And then I got Bioshock, which I've nearly finished recording, which is good. I've been playing through like the HD remastered versions.
No,
Because
yeah,
the
yeah.
first one's like
I
one
was
of
tempted to
my
buy that.
favourite games. Second one, no. I'm not looking forward really to playing that.
No.
Have you played the second one? Makes no fucking sense. It's like, okay, you can play as Big Daddy. It's like, oh cool, I get to play as one of those massive destroyer style like monsters which move really slowly. It's like, oh no, he moves at
Except
regular
not.
speed and he can dual wield plasmids and use a weapon. I'm just like, right, oh, it's just a prototype. And I'm like, okay, so we're playing as a prototype that's better than the finished version.
You should just skip a bit and just go to Bioshock Infinite.
Look,
Skip to,
they had to
never
nerf
happened.
it, lucky, obviously. See, if they didn't nerf it, then the protagonist would have never won against them.
But
So,
it makes
they
no
had to nerf it.
sense. It's like, here's something that's better than the end result, but we got rid of it. It's like, why? Because it's too unfair towards the other people. It's like,
exactly, yeah. I mean, you have to have some.
we built this killing machine. Ah, wait, you're not that good. Okay, we'll turn it. We'll
It's too
turn it
good at
down. It's
killing.
fine. It's fine. We'll get you
So,
next time.
I want to talk. I want to be at the pitch meeting for that. So, how's your prototype going? Well, we built this killing machine, and it's a bit too good at killing. So what do you say? No, okay, we'll turn the killing setting down. Okay,
Yeah, and then we'll release it as the Big Daddy S next year.
exactly, yeah, and it'll be able to do 4K, but only upscale. They won't actually need it 4K.
It's funny because isn't it developed by 2K? Oh, that's good. Oh dear. But yeah, no, I don't really want to play the second one. I might actually just skip to Infinite because that's actually a decent game.
Yeah,
Plus, I mean,
I
2
somehow
doesn't
missed
have any
all.
connection to Infinite, so it's like,
I'm
just play it.
2K. Don't yell at me. Thank you for giving me the remastered edition. Thanks for
I
the
don't think
codes.
that I don't think that 2K actually did Bioshock 2, did they? Well, I mean,
I
2K
don't know.
probably produced it.
Well,
but
they gave
I don't
me-
think they actually developed it.
I think they might have because they gave me a code for the collection, so they must have developed it. Otherwise, why would they have given me a free code?
Well, I mean, I don't think it was Irrational Games that developed. Not 2K is a publisher. They don't actually develop
Oh
games.
yeah, true. Fair enough.
I
Not a done right there.
don't think 2K developed Bioshock 2. Or not 2K, Irrational Games.
Which am I right in thinking Irrational Games created the game Singularity?
Uh,
Because that's
I
that's one of
That
my.
was a
well,
kind of
let's.
fun game.
I'm on Steam right now. Let me find out.
It was for people like Cam or Hex or whoever's watching. Singularity, fucking brilliant game. Look it up. It's really, it didn't get much publicity. Like it didn't get much
Yeah,
advertising. No, it didn't. I
The
didn't see it.
360, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that was Raven Software.
Oh yeah.
Who
It was
also
Raven.
did.
Black Ops, didn't they?
Oh no, they did Hexen and Heretic.
Did they do Black Ops?
Oh,
or
and
Ghost?
Jedi Academy, Jedi Outcast. Apparently, they did some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 DLC.
Wait, is
What?
Jedi Academy the game David didn't play?
No, he didn't play.
Yeah,
it.
that's the one the game hasn't played yet.
Yeah, he'll
That's a
get
shame.
around to it.
Here's how
Hold
good.
on to it. We
But,
miss you, Dave.
Yeah, Dave, we had something special. You know, we wrote
It's
a book
gone.
about it for damn sake.
There's I advertise it
I'm
on
not using the
every
harsh
single one of the videos of Dying Light.
No, no, 'cause
Each one is a tribute to Doofy Love.
because I was editing one of the last sessions of Dying Light today, and it was when my hard drive was full, so I had to borrow some of your footage and swap over to Fubar Vision, and it got to the end, and it was
Oh,
saying dedicated to Doofy
you-
fucking love.
Did you get that footage?
Yeah. And
And which one did you take? Because the one that I put up for you on my Gmail, whatever, or
I just stole it
Google
from your channel.
Drive.
It's fine.
Oh, well, because I gave you that link for the special one that I made for you.
Yeah, but then I'd have to
'Cause you ran out of
scroll, and then
footage.
my index finger would get tired, and you know.
I gave you a direct link. All you had to do was click on the direct link.
Nah, I've not played Zelda yet.
That wasn't fun.
Breath of the Wild could get it. Switch.
No.
Yeah, I don't have $400 to get a Switch. Make that $500 to also get Breath of the Wild.
See, I'm surprised for their
I
marketing.
don't
They
think
didn't
I'm gonna
say.
get it anyway.
I'm surprised for their marketing. They didn't just say make a Switch.
That is bloody brilliant.
Fucking
Make a
terrible.
Switch.
As someone who works in is employed in advertising,
very
doing shit.
Nintendo.
No, wait, that's yes. Nope. Digital Extremes did BioShock 2.
Ah, you did a shit job.
Just so you know, right?
It's
Not great.
I am
I find
disappointed.
it's
Incidentally, it looks like they also did a bunch. They did Homefront Revolution,
Again,
Oh, that
shit
was also
job. You are
Bass,
not.
wasn't
You're not.
the first one.
You're not making your parents proud. You know.
They also did Warframe, which
Aw.
I haven't played.
Warframe's
Shit.
actually kind of fun, I think. I haven't played it. I played it a bit and I got bored.
You're a disappointment
But
to
I
your
think
families.
Okay.
They are Homefront Revolution. I fucking loved the first Homefront game.
I'm
It was-
talking about the first Homefront. That's what they did.
Oh, I thought you said
Well,
Revolution,
said-
which is the second
You,
one.
you said Home
Or
Front Revolution.
Homefront.
it's
I
the
thought
second
that
one.
was the first one.
No, that's the second
first
one.
Homefront. They did the first Homefront.
First one was. Oh,
Or
okay.
is this just a map pack? This isn't very clear.
The second
I
one's
don't
called Revolution.
understand. Did they just do a map pack?
Okay, well
Possible.
then you guys suck because you couldn't
don't-
even make a full game.
Hold on. No, this is definitely just regular Homefront.
Okay, well then you did one thing right because I actually liked that
Developed
game.
by Chaos Studios and Digital Extremes, so they had a hand in it.
Homefront was such a good game. Why did they fuck it up with the second one?
I didn't play Homefront either.
The first one was good. The online's dead now, which sucks because the online was actually different from most FPS. But it was nice playing as like a civilian in like an area where it's just like, wow, they really effed up your neighborhood, kind of thing. It was,
And then you have to call the insurance
Okay.
company, you just get a lawyer,
yeah.
you try and get the money back from the house they destroyed, you know.
One of my favorite things one of my favorite videos on Homefront I ever saw was it was one of the it was when they were first doing the marketing for it, and they took it to a few like IGN like companies where it's like, oh, you can play the first 15 minutes with the developer kind of thing, and it was like the developer's like, oh yeah, you can see your neighborhood all being round up here like by the Koreans, and then one gets shot, and the guy playing just goes, Bill, no, he owned a hardware store. The developer just had no idea what he was talking about, but it was fucking brilliant.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, the first one was good. Okay, they've done one thing right, but apart from that, disappointment.
Apart from that, subpar.
And I can't attest to how much of a hand they had in it. So
True. But then Singularity,
just on
that's
the
what we were
page.
talking about. Singularity, fucking brewing game. Really underrated. Sorry.
how about Viscera Cleanup?
Cool.
HexRG asks, what about Viscera Cleanup detail? What about Viscera Cleanup
What
detail?
about
About it? Why
I
not
mean,
do a
I know
series
Lucky.
on it?
I know Lucky had trouble joining in, but
Yeah, no, I had trouble with
Yeah.
the Christmas one because for some reason it wouldn't load. It would open like the window, but there'd be nothing in it. It would just crash. I'm having the same issue with Super Hot, which is pissing me off because I fucking love that game.
My friend recently bought a Vive because I built him a computer, and he bought a Vive, and I really wanted to take it and play Super Hot and different games.
yeah, the VR version.
So maybe if I can convince him to give it to me for a while, I can record some of that and put it up on my channel.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So,
Because the thing is, I could get one myself, but my computer would literally have a heart attack.
oh, I just realised I've had a mouse cursor sitting on the screen.
That sucks.
Ah, that would bother me so much if I was watching this. I am so sorry.
Well, it's just a matte black though, isn't it? You never posted, it's just matte black, isn't
Okay,
it?
might as well just end the stream now. Sorry, guys. Gonna go kill myself.
That's
so professional.
well,
I am
you
the
can talk
most-
to Bill from the hardware store to get some rope.
I am the most professional person I know.
Oh, probably, yeah. Well, obviously you know nobody else.
Nope.
And there we go. Now the video, I've seen it moving around.
That would
It's a
involve
sad,
me
it's a
going
sad
outside.
existence being British.
British people don't. We don't go and talk to people. We barely make eye contact.
Yeah.
They have tea and that's it, or something, or so I've heard.
See, that's a bit of a dated stereotype. We do drink tea, but it's more alcohol based now. Not the tea,
Really?
the drinking.
Well, because
Yeah.
years ago, when I was playing Lord of the Rings Online, we had
Dude, good game.
It is a really good game. We had an Australian guy, and every day, on the dot, he would have tea.
Wow.
Like, and this was I want to say like 2012, 2013.
Only 2012. Sorry.
So I mean,
Never forget.
never forget tea. But it's interesting because I mean,
Is that the bad man?
That was a really bad film,
interesting that you're
wasn't it?
telling me that that's not really as big of a thing in England, but it seems to be in New Zealand and Australia still pretty
See,
big.
it's still a thing
Well,
here.
well,
Like
well, see-
people do drink tea, but it's not to the extent that the rest of the world thinks. It's like the rest of the world also think we like fucking queuing.
Well, see, also,
No.
Fubar, it's
Well,
just like...
that's a specific movie's fault.
No,
I
yeah,
don't
but
think-
it's still being pushed there. It's like, oh, British, you like moaning, you like queuing. It's just like, okay, moaning, yes, we do like doing that 'cause we're all sarcastic fucks. But it's like, no, we don't like queuing. We're just decent enough to not complain
Complain about-
while we do it. We just stand there and wait. It doesn't
No,
mean
there's
we're
any
enjoying
people
it.
if there's any people that likes queuing, it's the Japanese.
Why?
I don't know.
Why you're building a stereotype here? Why?
It's
Why
not
do the
really a
Japanese like
stereotype.
queuing?
This is coming from there's a guy. Have you ever read the Gaijin Smash website?
No.
No.
It's this guy who was a English teacher in Japan, and he pointed out that for whatever reason, the Japanese like lines,
With Coke.
not Coke. Just, they like. Let's say there's a not famous, but a popular like parlor, ice cream parlor that opens up. People line up.
Is that
And they
just
don't
the
even
front?
know what they're lining up for sometimes because they just see a line and they just get in it.
Oh boy, another line.
Hey, I wonder what this line's for.
Don't
And then
worry.
they get it, and then, oh, it's
We'll-
ice
You
cream.
just get the top. I don't know what this is for, but I saw a line and I couldn't resist.
Don't worry, honey.
They
We'll
just
get you to the
in it,
hospital
thinking it might be
eventually.
for
There's a
something
line.
cool, and it ends up being ice cream.
Dude, that's like
I mean, that is cool.
I wouldn't be mad. It'd be a case of I've been waiting
Yeah,
in the
I mean, that
line,
is
and when
cool.
you get to the front, it's like, oh, it's ice cream. This was kind
Oh,
of
I
worth
get
it.
ice cream now.
If it was like I got there and you
now
got to the
you
front
now
and
get
it's
the
like
opportunity to buy ice
it
cream.
was like an abortion
Exactly,
clinic,
like,
then
how
I'd
could
be
that be wrong?
upset.
Oh, I'm a dude. This isn't gonna help me at all.
I'm not a pregnant woman. I'm just fair. And then you just hear a Hoover just like going. I just come out like a lot thinner and just really shocked expression. I'm now a
There you
woman.
go.
Just permanently so.
And that's
There you
the
go.
story of how I became a woman.
Gross.
Or 10.
It just involved an ice cream scoop and a jelly bean.
Okay, that's
Use your
Cool.
imagination.
Sorry to tell the kids.
That's great.
Okay, so
Cool story to tell the kids.
on to the main topic of today's podcast: YouTube and advertising.
Not even gonna ask what I've been playing. You guys are jerks.
You did.
We did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
We did.
Really?
Conversation.
I did.
Oh wait.
And no, I asked what you played, and then you went, "What have you been playing?" I was just like, "All right, bitch, now answer my question."
I never start.
Okay, Fubar, what have you been playing?
Jesus, I've been.
That's
You've been
right.
playing
You've
Jesus.
been playing Jesus.
Is that
No,
cross-
I've been checking out the difference between Skyrim and Skyrim the Special Edition.
One's got a helmet and the other one doesn't.
One's called Spec, the other one's not.
Well, no. So here's the thing: if you have the Special Edition, you'll see right away they no longer have the workshop because Bethesda is using their own thing that they use for Fallout 4. So
Computer.
unfortunately, I have a feeling that they're going to probably be pushing that on all of their future games, particularly the Elder Scrolls 6, which is supposedly going to be out in 2 years.
I've not played a Bethesda game in quite a while.
Really?
I played
never
Skyrim
completed
because someone told me to play Skyrim after I played Fable, and they're like, "Ah, you like it?" And I was like,
It's
"Oh,
freaking
okay."
good.
And
All I know
got
is you can
bored.
get a dog.
I got really bored, and I never got
What's it
very
about?
far.
It looked like they're really weird dwarf people.
Oh, which?
Fable or Skyrim?
Fable.
Fable, like I was quite young when I played Fable, so it was kind of like a kid's version of Skyrim. I suppose, or well, not a kids version, but like a younger version of Skyrim, and it's a smaller open world, and basically what you do doesn't really matter that much. But
Just like the real world.
yeah,
then.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, people just said, "Oh, you like that? You'll like Skyrim," and I was like, "Okay." Never got into Skyrim. I was incredibly bored by Skyrim.
See, Skyrim, it was a case of there was so much to do that I wandered off into the wilderness, spent God knows how many hours just killing shit and doing random quests, that by the time I got bored with it, I realised, like, I've spent so much time doing Skyrim, but I've only done, like, 2% of the actual storyline. And it was like, did I actually... Well, no, to show how little I actually did, I faced the first dragon that was attacking the... what's the city called?
Whiterun?
Yeah, the one that was like...
That's the one place I got to. I got to there. I talked to the Jarl, and then that was it. Didn't go any further.
Which I found ironic, 'cause
Wow.
it's just like...
Oh, I got a dragon's tooth or something.
Yeah, no, it was like... I find it funny because it's just like, oh, I've got to protect him. The city's made of wood. Wow. And so I did that. I went to the mountains and spoke to the bearded person, and then that was it.
The bearded person.
The bearded people.
one
that
that's-
was
I'm
it.
just imagining. I'm just imagining Batman, like Liam Neeson from the first Batman film. You talk to him.
It was
You talked to Liam Neeson?
it was a person who was
Yeah.
trying to yell at them, and I was just like, all
Actually, I
right.
think it was
And
Max
then-
von Sydow was the main guy in
Yes,
that they tapped to be the big celebrity
The old
voice.
the old guys really did seem to kind of creep me out though, because they was like yell at me, and they're like, "Oh yes, powerful," and I'm just like, "Okay, you seem to be getting a bit too much into this. I kind of want to leave," and they're like, "Yell again," and it's just like,
Shout at me again.
So,
Wait.
anyways,
"Ah,
You got such power in your voice, Sonny Jim.
joke me." What?
if you if you don't have the special edition, there's no real reason to purchase it. If you have to purchase it,
If it was,
the differences are minor.
I would love to
Well,
make like a
typically, you have
really.
to purchase things to have them.
I'd like to make a really offensive mod and call it the special edition, and all it does is make the characters' eyes a little further apart.
Well, now here's the thing: if you have just regular Skyrim, there's already a mod that does that.
Wow, what's it called?
Yeah.
So
So
Gargle
the
the
thing
sickness.
is that one of the big things is that they changed Skyrim from 32-bit to 64-bit. That they had for original Skyrim, you can't really use with Skyrim SE, so you have to wait until somebody develops a new mod. And the thing is that because they now, instead of having the workshop, which kind of sucks, they have their own, which is even worse somehow. So you now have like a real serious division of modders, and I don't think that's really a good thing overall.
Yeah, I thought they caught
because-
major issues with the modding thing, you know, where it's like you can purchase mods on their official thingamajig.
Well, they tried that and they fell flat on their faces.
Yeah, because
got
it became a case of
Really,
people
really upset about that.
people went and
and-
found free mods online and then sold them on the Elder Scrolls one.
Well, that's part of the
Legit.
problem. There's just no way that you can really control that.
No.
And what happens if you buy a mod and then it doesn't work? Or you buy two different mods and they don't work together.
Well,
So it's a really bad. I understand what they wanted to do. It was just not
not a good job.
a good idea. Not a good idea.
So apart from
So we're talking like Carter. What's the ones who did? Never mind. Homefront. I was going to make the reference to that, but I forgot the name. Good job, John.
well, no, the new Homefront, the main issue was it they decided to make it an open world thing, and I find open world becoming a bit retarded now because every game developer feels their game has to be open world, and it's like no.
Well,
And they
because
can do it as
if
good as
they
every
do
game.
open world, they can be lazy about everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever it was like, oh, open world's better, I was like, no, I'd rather have a linear story that's a hell of a lot stronger than an open world where it's like loosely linked. You know?
And the thing is that you can do really good open world games. I mean, Saints Row 2 is a fantastic open world game.
Yeah, it is.
But doing that was, really expensive, I'm sure, and they really wanted it to shine. And a lot of companies now just care about the paycheck.
True.
I can't really blame them for that, but I mean, at the same time, WTF, mate.
For me, it's like if you can't give a really
Oh.
solid reason why it should be open world, don't make it open world. It's like with Skyrim and that I can
Yeah.
accept it because it's like Fallout is like it's a wasteland destroyed thing you'd want to explore it. Same with Skyrim, you're an adventurer,
Yeah.
you're going on an adventure. It needs to be open. But certain games, it's just like this doesn't like Homefront. It does not need
It
to be
didn't need
open.
Like, for a good example, Batman Arkham Knight, which I haven't played, I don't know if I want to play it, but they made that
was
more
okay, I
open.
think.
They made it open. Did it work for you?
It did for me.
I mean, I didn't play all of it, but it did work.
It had
Fine,
issues
yeah,
at first,
it
like,
was
but then they
playable.
fixed it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe I'll check it out. But for example, like if they took, they did that and they made that way more open world than it probably should have been.
Yeah, no, because it was like, oh, here, have the Batmobile. And I was like, okay, this is going to be really cool. But then it turns out the Batmobile was just used for tank-like sequences to get from one location to another. And the majority of Gotham City was just like textured cardboard boxes which you can't even interact with. Like, what's the fucking point?
And there's just an oversaturation of sandbox games now.
Oh,
Anyway,
definitely.
I mean, you have Skyrim, you have Fallout 4, you have Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's open world. You have all of the Assassin's Creed games since I want to say Black Flag have been open world.
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, Lucky.
huge open world.
It is a huge open world, but it's still open world.
See, but with Assassin's Creed, I kind of understand
Mass
the open
Effect, that's
worldness.
open world. It's too much.
Oh no, with I think it's acceptable for them, like if there's a reason for its open worldness. For example, like with Assassin's Creed, the whole idea of plotting your assassinations, an open world environment would be a bit better for that because gives you more opportunity to mess around with. But quite a lot of open world games, it's just like it's not really needed.
Because guess what, Breath of the Wild, that's open world.
Yeah, it is. That's fucking.
I'm not saying that open world is bad.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Open world is
developers
not
and
a
games
bad
just
thing.
need a reason to be.
It has to be done right, though.
It has to be done right, and you need to separate them out because there's only so much time that you have to play the damn game.
My favorite thing about Breath of the Wild, though, is the fact that you don't even have to do the storyline to go fight Ganon.
I was watching a neat video where the dorkly people were trying to figure out what happens when you throw a chicken into a volcano.
It's like in the new Zelda, you can legit just walk from the very beginning into the castle and fight and have the final boss. You will get your ass destroyed,
right.
but it's like...
But you can do it.
Yeah, I love it. It's like they've done a good Zelda game for once, because the past few ones have been shite.
I don't know, Link Between Worlds was pretty good.
Not gonna lie, I've never played Zelda.
Well, it's a good series. Play it.
You think I probably won't,
let's see.
though?
I've also
It's
been
going to be like
playing-
my Netflix list.
I picked up Fire Emblem Fates as well. I've been playing that
no
too.
idea what that is.
It's, I want to call it a tactical RPG, but there really isn't an RPG aspect.
So you can't.
So it's really just a tactical game, a grid-based tactical game, which is something I've never really played before, and I'm glad that I did get to play it because I do like that.
Is it kind of like XCOM?
Yes, except, well, I'm just going to say yes. I won't go too far into it.
Is there permadeath?
There is permadeath, yes.
Oh god.
There is permadeath, but you don't get to really create. You only get to create one of the characters.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
that's the same like
And
XCOM.
all the other characters all have stories and whatnot, so you give a shit about them dying.
That's what I
Because-
liked about Zombie U, or Zombie, now that it's been on PC. Have you ever played that?
No.
Basically, it's a zombie game where it takes
Really?
it takes place in
I thought it
London,
was werewolves.
and it's just like a case of when you die, your character is dead, and you start playing as another civilian, and you get given like a little backstory. So like you could start off as Mary, age 27, from Westminster, like living on Westminster, and then when you die, you might turn into Carl, age 47, cleaner on the underground.
Mm.
And what I really liked about that was just a case of just like, I
So-
really grew attached to one of my characters, and then when he died, I was genuinely like, balls.
Yeah.
And then to get your
it's
stuff
the
back,
same
you have
with
to
Fire Emblem.
you have to go find your dead bodies to get your stuff back. So I saw what I looked like, and I was just like, oh man.
So with Fire Emblem, you have all of the characters have actual stories, like dialogue and everything. They appear in cutscenes and whatnot, unless if they die. And I mean, some of the characters, they can't actually really attack anything because they're healers. So, you might level up your healer to do really well, and then something bad happens, and everybody just jumps on the healer, and then you're just like, I put so much time into that character, and now they're gone.
Yeah, that's the same
Looks
thing.
like I'm resetting my game.
I kind of played myself into a corner with XCOM because, so in XCOM, when you do a mission, if people get injured, they're out of action for a certain amount of days. It might be the same thing in Fire Emblem.
No, they just die.
Yeah, so if your character doesn't die, they're like either wounded or gravely wounded, which means that they're out for a certain amount of days and you have to use a new character. So all my characters that I have are either injured or gravely injured, and there's a time limit because you're trying to stop this super weapon thing being built, and so I'm gonna have to reset the game because I can't complete the mission because my characters, I've used all recruits and I can't do it
Damn.
because all my recruit characters are injured, so I'm gonna have to reset it. But I haven't gone back to it because I don't want to do it. But I'm gonna
Are
have to
you
do it.
using Long War or are you playing vanilla?
Just vanilla.
I tried starting with Long War, and I really wish that Long War got rid of the goddamn time limit on the missions.
God damn.
Well, no. Long War changed a lot of things with the base gameplay, so that way the time limit, it really, in the base game, the time limit was a bit of a pressure where you could kind of it, but in Long War, I just felt like it was a bit too much with the time limit.
Fair enough. So,
Because you have to complete a game within a certain number of turns.
oh. I don't like those kind of games. I hate kind of games where it's just like you can only do this many moves. I can never enjoy them.
Yeah. It just there are some missions where you don't have to worry about moves, how many turns you have, but like extract missions you have to get away because as soon as you get to them, everything becomes impossible. And
Yeah, and that's particularly a problem when when your character dies or dead, and if it has such a big impact on the way you play the rest of the game, it's annoying because you might make a misstep that might get one of your characters killed.
and you wouldn't even know it, and then you have no choice to move forward because you have to finish that map in 8 turns, or else
Yeah.
you fail the mission.
Or even what's worse, like if your character gets killed, it's going to be a problem. But say if your character just gets injured and you're like, okay, it'll be fine, I'll have time to heal up afterwards. But then the mission finishes and you have a mission to do directly after that. That has to be time based.
Stuff like that happens, and
Yeah, and then you end up
RNG
in my situation.
doesn't help you at all.
Yeah. So I simultaneously love permadeath and hate permadeath.
I
like it.
like permadeath.
I
because
care
it
more
makes
about
you
the
value
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big thing for us.
Yeah. I just wish that there was something. And hey, if you're watching this and you have a suggestion of a game, Fire Emblem that is on the PC, please let me know, because I will do an LP of it.
Oh, got a text message.
Oh, is it about chicken nuggets or chocolate?
Maybe.
Or rather, the chocolate that your friend ate because he bought a few and then wanted it.
Yeah, no, he asked if I wanted chocolate.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, he gets
Well,
discounted
last time
stuff
it was
at
about
work
chicken
when he
nuggets,
finishes.
so
Yeah, last time he was walking home and he asked if I wanted nuggets. But yeah, on to the main topic of today's episode. YouTube and the ad
Syria.
news. Syria, yeah.
Oh, okay, not YouTube. Okay, right.
If
I
it was
thought
Syria, the name of this wouldn't be the Loading Past podcast, it'd be the Siri Us podcast.
oh, you made it funny.
Dying.
Missiles.
But yes, for those of you who don't know, YouTube has been in the news recently due to a lot of advertisers pulling out.
Puerto Ricans.
Please, Lucky, continue. Just ignore him. Maybe he'll stop talking.
The red hang-up icon's just at the bottom there, John. But yeah, no. Quite a lot of it was caused due to the Washington Post posting this one article stating that this video, where it was just basically hate speech, had a few adverts for Pepsi on it, and immediately Pepsi were like, "Oh, fucking hell, we don't want this." So they pulled all of their advertising off of YouTube completely, because when it comes to YouTube, you can focus your advertising to one specific user, but as someone who works in advertising, I can tell you, most of the time it's a case of you'll create an advert for a specific media, and when it comes to YouTube, you have no idea where it's going to go. You basically say, like, here you go nuts, and it will get posted on whatever YouTube posts it on. So it's like you never really know what you're getting. It's rather interesting. But yeah, so Pepsi accidentally got posted on this hate speech video, so they decided to pull out completely. And then tons of other...
I think it was McDonald's, Johnson & Johnson, and there was one other big one.
Coca-Cola.
Which none of these I have actually ever seen an advertisement on YouTube.
Neither have I.
Throw that out there.
Most of it's because of your metadata. If you don't actually look at those kind of products a lot, then it will push. It pushes more what it would think you
More
would
relevant
like.
ads.
Yeah.
Supposedly. It tries.
Which
It-
it tries, and it really, really, really fails for me.
Yeah. Well, definitely. But yeah, no. So quite a lot of advertisers pulled out, but it's actually been even more in the news recently because it's come to light that the Washington Post has faked the article.
Doesn't surprise me.
Because it said, oh, they had these racist advertisements on them from like a month ago. It should be terrible. Turns out the video was what's the word, like reported for the hate speech soon after it was posted, or that like a long time ago. So it was demonetized by YouTube.
Okay.
So it was a case of, okay, well, it doesn't have adverts on it because it's not monetized. So how is it showing a Pepsi commercial? And so it was a kid, like the Washington Post was just like, well, it's awkward.
Well, you see, YouTube does,
Yeah, so
And here's the thing, though: who decides what is hate speech?
Yeah, that's subjective.
Because that's my takeaway from
there
it.
is.
And the
hate
whole
speech
situation is
hate speech is normally, isn't it, like defined as something that causes. It's not a sense of like it's something that
Here's the
hateful
thing,
in
hate speech
speech, like saying
doesn't-
I hate Jews isn't hate speech. Hate speech would be saying that you hate Jews and encouraging others to rise up and do something. That's what makes it turn into hate speech, if I'm right.
oh,
It's
here's
like
the
the
thing.
cause
It's
to
a little.
action or
It's
something.
actually a very. There's the definition for it is basically that, but it's also very loose in how it's used. So basically, anything that is offensive to somebody can be labeled as hate speech just by arguing it in the proper way. So to me, it's very dangerous for something to be saying like.
Well, I find
that's the-
Zoella offensive. That doesn't
but-
cause her to be hate speech.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, somebody
call
can argue
it
that it
hate speech.
is, and then you're going to have people that are trolls that will say, "Oh yeah, that's hate speech." Monetize videos and cause a ruckus because they're assholes.
What the
The
fuck
problem
is
is
the
that-
SWJ
On
has
the
done to
internet?
the fucking
No.
internet? Fucking
All
social
of,
justice.
a lot of them. They're just bringing it everywhere, dude. Where have you been?
I don't get. It's like all these social justice warriors are trying to change the definition of things so it becomes so vague that they can put everything in it. It's like,
Yeah, it's a problem.
so fucking stupid.
It is very fucking stupid. And the problem is that anything can be labeled. I could say, you know what, John, I don't like that, and that you're whatnot, and he could say, well, that's hate speech, and then all of a sudden I'm banned from YouTube, and then that's that. And I don't get a say in it anymore because YouTube doesn't want to risk anything, and I can't blame them for not wanting to risk anything because they are a company; they want to make money. So
I've got to be really careful whenever because obviously I'm in advertising. I create adverts. It's like what did we have a product for the other week? Shit, it was this Chinese stir fry sauce kind of thing, and they were just like,
Okay.
oh, advertise this, and I was like, fine. So we're doing the hiring process for the actors for the TV commercial, and we interviewed tons of Chinese people. There's Chinese product, Chinese family,
Chinese people, that makes sense, yeah.
yeah.
Because
And then you're gonna have some asshole that says, "Well, why are you only casting Asians?"
no, exactly, that's what happened. The client came in saying, why have you only got Chinese people in it? And I was like, because it's a Chinese product, and the advert location, like because like adverts normally have like a narrative, like a really small, simple one, kind of like thing, like family doing
Like
this.
the idiot husband
Yeah.
just discovers yogurt for the first time, apparently.
Yeah, so this one was actually
I
set.
love that one.
This one was actually set in China, and I had to spend 10 minutes talking to the person, saying, okay, so it's set in China. Yeah, it's got Chinese family. Yeah, the Chinese product. Yeah. Why would we have a black family or like Mexican family? It's like,
Or whatever.
I'm not doubting the fact that there are black or Mexican people over in China. I'm sure there are, but it'd be
But it's predominantly Chinese people.
I was going to say,
But
it'd
it's
be
like
a very
less than
small
a percent.
minority. It's just like,
We're gonna advertise with a less than a %.
and then I was like,
What
and
was-
even then, if you want to target Chinese people, you show Chinese people, because although some might claim it being racist, you can connect more with them because they are because for example, it's just like saying like I would probably connect more with a male character than a female character because I might not understand what females go through in certain subjects, So-
Sure.
So it's just a case
But I
of
mean,
just,
But again, the problem is that who decides what is okay? And if you keep changing the rules, then that's also cool, because what's cool yesterday and isn't cool today, you can't really justify that.
And it causes a lot of damage.
It does, because I mean, there were people that were getting stuff flagged that they did like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that
taken down, and it's utterly ridiculous.
Wasn't there also a video of some supposedly stab-proof vest that wasn't actually stab-proof, and the video was like banned or something?
Well, I got one of my
Because
videos removed from advertising because apparently it was classed as hate, and it was a video from about 3 years ago, and it was the Gary's mod game mode Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
And the title was "Killing Everybody" (it brackets Trouble in Terrorist Town), and I got an email saying that I was promoting a radical group and violence, and I was just like,
no, it isn't. You didn't actually watch the video, did you?
I really wanted to email
I'm
back to say
I haven't got anything.
I was just like, no, actually, I was just killing like 15-year-olds in a video, and I was like, I can't really word that because then that'll make it even worse.
Actually, I was just killing a load of 15-year-olds in a video game online, so nothing wrong.
People do that every day. Haven't you had an Xbox?
No harm done. No harm done.
Just spend an hour playing Call of Duty. You'll understand.
You'll get my plight. But yeah, I actually haven't had any videos be demonetized, which I was actually kind of, you know, I thought I would. You know, I have stuff like that where I have Trouble in Terrorist videos, and I have videos like that you think might be susceptible to us, but no, apparently not.
I understand that.
I have 760 videos.
Two videos monetized, but not to me, because of end credit sequences, and both of them are banned in Germany. Because of copyrighted songs. Not because of the content, but because of the songs that are in the game.
They're copyright over there in Germany.
Did you see that? Did you see
they're particularly strict.
I'm sorry, Lucky?
Did you hear that it's not in copyright, but in terms of countries doing like changing things or banning things? Did you know that Russia put the Beauty and the Beast film at an 18 rating?
The new one?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because you know,
I mean, it doesn't surprise me because it's Russia, but I mean,
there's the character LeFou who is
he's gay, isn't he?
He's bi-curious. He's a case of like he doesn't know what he is yet. He's kind of like going through that phase, and like so Russia's just like promoting gay agenda, so they made it an 18.
Well, what are they going to do? Are they going to do the same thing that the Power Rangers were?
Oh yeah, because one of the characters is gay. Oh,
and you know what's really funny about
it's implied. That? It's not even like she goes, yeah, it's just implied.
You know what's really funny about that? That I can't remember who it was, but it was I think it was like BuzzFeed or something like that. They were upset that the character wasn't gay enough.
What is with?
Which I don't get it. I don't get that because what do they mean by that? Did it have to like be super cartoony? Doesn't that actually like go against?
It's kind of like a Richter scale, Foops.
No, because that's basically saying if you are like if you fall into this certain group, you have to abide by these stereotypes. It's like saying, okay, are you gay? Fine, you've got to be camp, wearing really fashionable things.
He's getting so triggered right now.
And also have like the lisp and everything, and be extra sassy and.
Have you seen the new Power Rangers movie? I saw it the other week.
No, again, it's one of those things where I just didn't care.
See, it's like I saw it. And
I'm kind of the same. Yeah.
You know what you know what I'd rather watch? I'd rather watch Rogue One.
Oh, I've seen that.
Which I actually might rent as soon as they go down the price on that.
But with the Power Rangers movie, it's what I found really funny about it is like, okay, they made it a more like gritty. You know, like most films nowadays are trying to be gritty. You know, like put a somewhat darkish spin on things. Well, that's what they did for the Power Rangers movie, and in whole, it's like if you didn't grow up with Power Rangers, you won't like it. If you grew up with Power Rangers, you'd think it was 6 out of 10
and stupid and didn't care.
But the thing is, it's like they have the Power Rangers who are from like this gritty side where they're like, super serious. We got to do the save the day. But then you've got like what's her name, Rita Repulsa, the villain.
Yeah.
She's her acting in it is very much reminiscent of the 90s TV show, you know, like over the top, like you will
which
die
it's supposed
kind
to be.
of thing. Yeah, which is like
the Mighty Monarch.
Yeah, like the proper Mighty Morphin Power Ranger acting, but it's very like it's as if they didn't plan ahead because it was she will read her line in the 90s style, like over the top, they'll reply back in a really dark, gritty manner, and then it'll cut back to her like somewhat comical, like over the top. And I was just like, okay, it seems like I'm watching two different movies at the moment.
Which also baffles me because why are they making it a movie? Why didn't they do? It's the same thing with the Star Trek movie. It should have been a series.
I think it's
not
to
a
get.
movie.
I think it's to get people more interested. I feel like they probably will bring out a TV series, but I think it's to get people interested in the franchise again.
I guess. I mean, I don't think that it worked
Well,
so far.
well,
I mean,
no,
I don't have any more interest into it.
with the figures
I
for
grew up
Star
with the
Trek.
Power Rangers.
With the Star Trek movie, when they remade it, Netflix had just released all of the well, not all of them, but like a huge selection of the Star Trek things on Netflix. And
Actually, no, I think it was all of them.
well, the traffic for them was huge, like more than they expected, and they gave thanks to the movie interested people into watching the originals.
I think that's bullshit that people are watching them because of the movie. People weren't watching the
I
old
did.
Star Trek. You watched the old Star Trek shows because of the movie?
Yeah.
Because I didn't. I watched them because those
I'm a
shows were
Star
fucking
Wars.
awesome.
I'm a Star Wars nerd, not a Star Trek
well,
person.
okay, well that's a different thing.
What are they
That's
called,
a different thing.
Trekkies?
Oh, apples and oranges, lucky.
That is apples and oranges. Thank
No,
you, John.
I'm saying like I'd never consider watching Star Trek because I'm a Star Wars fan, but I watched the movie Star Trek and it got me interested in watching the old Star Treks.
Well, which one did you start with?
I don't know, the one with the picture of Patrick Stewart on the title or the
Oh, that
thumbnail.
one.
Next Generation.
Yeah.
Did you watch all of them?
I watched a fair few, not all of them though.
Of Next Generation or just all of the
The
series?
one with the Patrick Stewart thumbnail.
Okay.
Next
Just
Generation.
one.
Just slight sidetrack, right? Slight sidetrack. What age is Patrick Stewart now? Because he still looks the same he did like 20 years ago.
70
I want to
something.
say 60, 70.
Well, actually, no. Have you seen Logan?
How
He
is
looks
he
old in
still
Logan.
so, like-
Hold on, we have Wikipedia. What are we doing?
Yeah. How is he so like?
I really hope
I
he
don't
doesn't
know.
die.
Just you know,
No,
he
'cause
still is going around wearing his Converse and his trench coats and everything. Like what? What?
He is 76.
see,
That's
that's what I'm worried about because the latest movie he's in, he's playing the shit emoji in the Emoji Movie. So if he dies
Oh my
soon,
God.
the first thing that will come up on his IMDb page after he dies is the Emoji Movie.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know. He might still be in there for
That's
whatever he
awful.
does with American Dad or Family Guy.
Oh, true.
Which would be very interesting to hear how he got involved with that.
He was good in Logan.
Hmm.
He was really good in Logan.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, dude, it's good.
I haven't seen it yet either.
Oh, damn it.
Just actually a slight sidetrack to Rogue One because it's kind of something you were saying about the games having good stories and caring about the characters. I had a problem with Rogue One in the sense that all the characters they introduced and then killed off
Oh, thanks
didn't
for
really
spoiling
feel
it.
they had a point.
He hasn't seen it. He was planning on watching it.
Ah, well, rip.
The thing, no, the one thing I had, the one issue,
Basically,
Basically, they all
There's nothing
died.
to them.
Thanks, John.
you're welcome.
the one thing I had with Rogue One was
That's on YouTube.
they introduced all of these characters where it's a case of like, these are the rebellion people who are gonna, these are the, the 6-7 characters for this film. They gave them each about 3 minutes worth of an intro. So and then they immediately went into the here's your mission, fucking do it.
And you're meant to care about all of them.
Yeah,
Like, you're meant to be connected with all of them. You can't. It's like the Suicide Squad syndrome.
Suicide Squad. It's luckily with them. It was like
Well,
they already had enough
interestingly
of a
enough, this is
backstory you
exactly
kind of
what-
knew about. But with Rogue One, it was like you had no idea of any of these characters. You kind of had to immediately care about them. And the one thing that I always find fun is people are like, oh no, the characters, yeah, you can relate to them. It's like, okay, what were their names?
Yeah.
This is really funny.
I don't
because
know
this
any
is
of their
exactly. This is exactly what we were talking about last podcast
Oh,
with the
Hmm.
Avengers.
that's
see,
just because I fucking
the,
hate those superhero movies.
The
Shit. Apart
You
from
just can't get away from.
what's it saying?
Ragnarok looks alright because it looks like it's Planet Hulk.
Yeah, it does look pretty all right. I'm actually looking forward to that
Have you
one.
ever seen Planet Hulk?
I might have.
It's the one where it's like a gladiator style thing and the Hulk's trapped there.
I'm glad that they have Jeff Goldblum in it.
I'm pretty sure it's the same location in Ragnarok. Basically, there's a film, animated film called Planet Hulk where it's basically they get the best warriors from certain planets and they're forced to fight to the death. And it's like they can't leave because they've got these like shock things on them. Just like they've just got
As
to
they do.
fight each other. And if I'm right, that's the reason why like Thor's there. It's a really good
Got it.
film.
No, okay. God of Thunder being deterred by a shock bracelet or whatever the hell they're wearing. That's a bit.
True.
That's a bit of a plot. I'm just noticing.
Maybe his is cold or something. Who knows?
Maybe it just gives him a bit of a chill. It's just like putting a coke
Yeah,
on you,
it goes
basically.
right down his spine, and he's like, "Ooh."
Yeah, it's like one of those head massager things. You know
He just
those.
makes that face, that like cartoon face. Just like ooh.
It gives you one of those head freezes when you like eat ice cream too fast.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Brain
that
freeze.
would deter me.
Yeah.
That would deter me. I tell you what.
Yeah, it just
Oh,
does that.
God.
It
That'd be
just does that,
horrible.
just out of the blue.
It's just mildly inconvenience.
Head freeze.
Have you ever seen the videos
just-
of cats eating ice cream? Definitely search it up. It's basically like each of them just like lick it and they're like, oh, this is fucking brilliant, and then they just freeze. Like they don't like close their eyes like, oh, this is painful. They just freeze, like mouth open, eyes wide, just like as if someone hit the pause button.
So Lucky enjoys watching cat torture videos. Apparently,
It's not
He
cat
does.
tortures. They are enjoying a
This is like,
delicious dairy treat.
just you know, with a slight repercussion to us. But
It's not
actually,
like it's
reminds
fucking
me-
filled with cyanide or something. Jesus Christ.
Are you sure? Because that's a really popular Ben and Jerry's
Ben and
flavor.
Jerry's.
nowadays.
Strawberry and
Ben
cyanide.
and Jerry's. It's called serious cyanide.
Seriously?
Or the other one is it's called Hag and Death. It's a personal favorite of mine.
Except they spell death DETH, and they have the Ulamot on the E. It's for
Exactly.
it comes in black.
Oh no.
It does, yeah.
No, it'll be blue. They'll
Why
make
would
it
it be blue?
No, because then they can just put they could try and like hide the fact that it's cyanide by putting CYAN, so it's cyanide.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you're talking about the other ice cream. I was talking about the death metal ice cream.
I've not.
Definitely. You open it, it just goes. Oh!
Yeah, that's why the one with it would be
When you get a
Death.
brain freeze, it's just like oh.
it only has one flavor.
This
Coffee.
has been like a pitch meeting.
Oh no! What was Fubar?
Mention these in products.
what was the heavy metal band I came up with during Dying Light? Shit, I can't remember.
Do you remember when?
It was when the characters were tripping balls and we had to jump from platform to platform.
So the whole game.
That's like 2 or
Oh,
3 separate parts
I
of the game.
remember. I remember. It's the heavy metal band with the female singer called Heavy Flow, and the female singer's name
gross.
is Maxi Pad. That's it.
Wow.
Family Guy already.
Wow. That's
Family Guy
something.
did it.
Family Guy did
Except with
everything though.
wrestlers.
With wrestlers.
Yeah,
Did
it
Pete
was
become a wrestler?
it was Peter's sister who was Heavy Flow, and then he was Maxi Patty, the enemy of Heavy Flow.
Oh my god.
Oh. Wow. I guess
Yep.
you're not creative at all, Lucky.
Well, I'm in
wow.
the wrong profession
Sorry.
then, considering my job title is
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah. I guess you should just scratch that part out of your nameplate.
Such thing is creativity. Everything's rehashed eventually.
That's my favorite thing. It's like whenever I fill out an application like at the bank and that they're like, "What's your job role?" Creative, and they're like, "No, seriously." I'm just like, creative.
No, that seriously is.
It's like, what are you doing? It's like, you know the adverts, and they're like, "Oh, do you make the adverts?" And it's like, "No, I think of the ideas." And it's like, "Do you actually draw them up and that?" And it's like, "Nope." It's like I think of them, and then I stand behind the person who actually does it, going, "Yeah, do that."
Yes, that thing. Do it.
So then what you say is, no, I'm a director.
Yeah.
You're a creative director.
No, that's
There you go.
the creative.
I mean, that's a completely different thing, but that's
No.
what you can say.
No, that's a completely different thing because it's what it is you're a creative, then senior creative, and then above that is the creative director. And then there's
Right.
the executive creative director.
Basically, it seems that your job, you're just really creative.
Actually,
that's
no,
just what
at
you
my
say.
job, I just fucking drink. We got Heineken as a brand, so we just get to drink on the job. More messages. What is
I
it?
mean, that just feels creativity.
It does
um,
actually. So,
Do
no,
you know-
I guess you're getting chocolate?
no, my best idea I've ever come up with, and I sold for the biggest amount of money, I came up with in the middle of the dance floor while I was completely off my head. What I actually do on nights out now is I have a A7, which is like hand-sized notebook I put in my back pocket, and if while I'm really pissed I come up with a stupid idea, I'll write it down, and in the morning I'll be like, okay, let's see if I can use this.
Oh, that's
So what was the idea?
Thank you, Drunk Lucky.
Say again.
What was the idea?
It was for salad cream, and it was basically playing off the idea of salad cream adds life to your food. So like, if it doesn't matter if you burn your food or it's really shit, it's just cover it in salad cream and you're all good, kind of thing. So
It just sounds like you keep saying Soylent Green.
Oh, salad cream.
I'm sorry, what? How does this like
it's
that?
very close. It's very close. To, well, it's not that it's just
Soylent Green is
solid
people.
cream, solid cream, and it just sounds very close to Soylent Green.
Yeah, but no. So I came up with
And
an
then he
idea.
says,
you
and then he says it
Americans.
really livens up your food.
So
Okay, you Americans.
well,
okay.
it adds life to your food. So I basically came up with like a
Because
instead
it's made of people.
the packaging for salad cream would change. So instead of having it in like a bottle, it'll come in an IV bag or like in a first aid box kind of thing. I came up with the IV drip. I just like, oh, how cool would it be if it could go into your blood? And that was written in a notebook, and I was just like, right, maybe not, but let's see what I can do with that.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe we'll just tone that back a little bit.
It worked. Sold it for $5,000.
Nice.
All right, I guess you're in the right business, I guess.
Yeah, you paid to be weird. I'm in the perfect business. If only I was allowed to be sarcastic and make tons of puns. It'd be the perfect job.
See, the job for that is being like someone who writes headlines for newspapers.
Oh, I should
That's-
just work for
that's-
the Sun, and then I can be just be as
yeah.
racist as I want to be.
Yeah.
Bird flu is back in the UK. I'm not saying it's the blacks, but
Wow. Wow, that got dark.
whoa,
Literally.
wow, wow.
Ugh.
That was a combined effort. Okay, that was a combined effort.
Boo, Fubar, boo. I haven't done the boo in ages, damn.
No, you haven't. Yeah, it's
It's because we haven't
been great.
recorded anything in ages.
Yeah, it's been great. I think
It's been great. It's not
I
my
think
fault.
I'm
I've had
going
shite
to-
internet, and then John had shite internet. And now both of our internets
Well,
are fixed, and we can
so
record things
that's
now.
not like the problem anymore.
Yeah. it is.
I'm thinking I might actually go back to uploading videos a bit, because at the moment I've just been doing streams recently. So maybe even just for the next while I'll do videos. I don't really have time to do videos, particularly toward the end of the year. I won't really have time. Well, end of the beginning of the summer, really.
I've got 52 episodes of
after that, I might
Dying
go back.
Light. I've got 20 odd episodes of Bioshock. I've got like a massive folder of I think of a total of like 100 and something videos to
How
upload.
much Portal 2 do you have left? Because I don't think you're finished with
Are you
that.
No,
you still uploading that?
I've got like 40 parts of Portal 2, but it's because it's the case of my internet just disappeared.
Wait,
so I-
40?
Yeah.
How do you have 40 parts?
I think it's 40. It's either 40 or 14.
Well, big difference.
14 sounds a little bit more reasonable.
something with a 4. But but it was a case of my internet was so terrible I couldn't upload anything without it saying like.
I think I
3
had
days
like
up.
8.
So it's like I'm finally able to upload things, and yeah, I'm making.
Yeah, what happened with your internet anyway?
Well, it started off saying, "Oh, we're doing work in your area to improve your signal," and I was like, "Cool."
Supposedly.
And then it got on worse, and I was just like, "Oh, they sure fucked up." And then they're like, "Oh, we're coming back in 2 weeks, and we'll be fixing all the issues, and then it'll be back up." And I was like, 2 weeks."
typical
fuck.
cable company rigmarole.
And then they
Sorry, what did you just say?
they did it again and fucked it up majorly. So I rang Virgin and I started yelling at them down the phone, and I'm just like, "I know it's not you, but sort this shit out." And they were like, "Oh yeah, what happened?" And I was like, "Well, you said you were fixing it in our area," and they're like, "Oh, it turns out your router was already fucked." Like, right? And they're like, "And when they came to do work, just fucked it up even more." And I was just like, "Right." And they're like, "And when they came for the second time, that just completely destroyed your internet." And I was just like, "Right, so you were constantly making it even worse." And they're like, "Yeah, sorry." We'll send
Wow.
Sorry, mate.
We'll
Sorry,
s-
mate.
we'll
That's our fault. That's
we'll-
our bad.
we'll send someone around to fix it. And I was just like, "Okay, well, when will that happen?" And it's like, "Oh, we have someone in the area at 7 a.m. And I was just like, "No." So I had to wait like an additional 2 days for someone to come in like at around 7 p.m.
Okay, so it was your personal router that was having the issues, or was it?
It was the area. It wasn't just me. It was our
Okay, so
entire
the
street.
aggregate router. Okay.
Yeah, but it's all sorted now, and well, obviously because I'm streaming this, and yeah, so I can actually record and upload now, and I'm in the process of uploading a massive amount, so I'll be able to upload daily. Yeah. I just need to make a few more series,
Wait,
a bit more
are
varied.
you right now?
What?
It's not live right now. Oh no, there it goes. Never
Oh,
mind.
Don't do that, Fubar. That happened to me
It
actually
looked
the
like
day
it
I was
froze for a
streaming.
moment.
I would
Yeah.
cry. cry so very much.
Yeah. I'm gonna be trying to focus more on less on gameplay and more on just trying to make it funny or whatever.
One thing that
Because I don't see. I've already been trying to do that, but the thing is, it doesn't always happen because certain people who I record with, some people are really serious that I record with, or that I have recorded with in the past as well. And I'm just like, no, I don't. The people that want to be here for the game. I even did a poll, and people were like, most people watch it for the person playing, not the game they're playing necessarily.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I like playing like indie games and games you don't know if they're going to be good because it means I have to try and make it funny. I have to try and make it good for the person watching. But I was talking I'm in a few groups for YouTube and a few different groups on Discord, and I was saying, looking for people, I was saying, if you're interested in doing some videos together, I'll have a look at your channel and then we can see if we can, work together, or whatever, if we be kind of complementary to each other. And one guy sent a message, he was like, hey, no, it wasn't Moose, no. He was also shout out to Canadian Moose. I got a message from a Discord and he's like, hey, I saw you wanted a message. I'm cool. I was like, okay. So do you want to send me a link to your video? And then his answer was, oh, I haven't uploaded anything.
Okay.
I have 0 videos. And I'm like, okay. I specifically said send a link to your video or your channel. And he's like, okay, nothing there. And then the second person who answered was like, what age are you? Because I don't like working with adults. So that was that.
That
was weird. I mean, the first guy, as long as he's, he is cool.
But I have no proof, and I'm not gonna waste time.
See,
that's why you just have to have litmus test games.
When I record with people, I only have
I'm not bothered to have litmus test at the moment.
I've only got 3 mandatory things if I want to record with someone. 1, they can't be squeakers, because
that's the worst.
2, they have to have a decent quality microphone.
No, yeah, that's obvious.
It's one thing I always I learned through doing media, and that is a case of I don't give a shit if your video quality is crap because people's ears.
You can't have bad audio.
No, it's like your ears get offended before your eyes.
Yeah, that's like
if something's got an amazing audio quality, I would put it with 480p, but it's like if it could be like 1080 60 frames with terrible audio.
You can have 4K at 60 FPS and have awful audio and it's no good.
Yeah.
But generally, sorry.
And then the final one is you have to have like a decent library, because I've had a few people message me saying like, oh, do you want to record something? And this is on Steam. Sorry, I was part of this Steam chat thing, and I'm still getting messages on Steam from them. They're like, oh, do you want to record something? I'm just like, cool. What do you have? Like, let's check.
I have 4 games.
And they'd have always
a problem. Though. What do you have?
They have 2 games, and it'll always be something like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress, and I'm just like, I don't play those games, and
it's not Team Fortress Classic. I don't care.
If you're gonna ask to record something, have a decent library so we can record varied shit.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky with who I record with. Generally, I'm not too discerning when I go to record with someone. I'm just like, hey, do you want to record? And they're like, yeah, I'm cool, we'll do it.
You whore.
But at the moment, I'm just not. I am not bothered for someone who's not going to work. Because I particularly want to get people who are not going to... Because I've recorded with a lot of people over the 5 years, and some of them I just never talk to.
Critical error.
And
my issue is time zones and punctuality.
No, he was fine. He was just, he
screwed up his own arms.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, if you want to record something, feel free to record with me, because I'm looking for a few new series. We should record it. We should record like a second game, or a new game, I should say. But yeah, I just don't want to. At the moment, because I don't have that much time to spare. The people that I record with, I want to actually know it's going to work. Yeah.
Or that it should work, not say, okay, well, it might not. I'll spend 2 hours recording, it might not work at all. I might have to dump it all. So I don't want to waste the time at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, my issue is there are a number of people that I'd like to record with, but their time zone is just completely right out.
Don't worry, we'll figure something out, Bay.
4 hours is fine. It's once you get to on the opposite side of the day, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Where it's 6+ hours, I just really can't do it. It's just too much.
Yeah.
I can't work with it. It's just impossible.
See, that's why I work to an American schedule rather than my own schedule, because it's like when I record with you, Fubar, it's like 11 o'clock in the evening's nothing to me. I'll gladly stay up till 4 to get some decent footage.
Yeah, but I mean, like for example, right now, I'm something that will be happening hopefully Friday is I'll be able to record with Dave again, but in the morning. Yeah, we're gonna be playing original Doom 91.
The rare Dave.
Me and Dave are
rare
still supposed
species.
to record
Which he
something
has not
together.
played before, so it's gonna be a real treat. But I have to put together a package so that way he can actually play it.
I want to record something with Dave, but
Well, again, this is
he works.
it's
what,
my
3
it's the
jobs?
big thing for me is it has to fit my schedule and hours because I mean while I'm very accommodating, there is an upper limit.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't like waking up at 8 in the morning on a Saturday. I just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do it every other day of the week and go straight to work. I don't need to do that on the weekends.
Right.
Yeah. So
Good.
there you go.
That came to a stop. That was a pretty natural stop, I suppose.
What do you want me to say?
So, do we have any other
Someone-
topics for discussion? That the
No, that was it because that
Any-
was all I thought of for the
an-
week.
any questions from?
And nobody threw anything in.
I mean, that was an hour and a half.
The one game
Not too
I've
bad.
been wanting to record with people is.
Hold on.
Shellshock Live.
Hex
I don't want to
RG
be the
says.
only one recording it. It would feel awkward. Yeah, true. I'll play Shellshock Live. I've got it. Go for it.
I have Shell Shock. That's actually one of the
I have it
games
too.
I've been looking to schedule for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hexer, add me on Steam. I'll play Shellshock.
So yeah, good stopping point, guys.
So, do we need a monologue?
Yeah.
Do we need any?
Yeah, where's the monologue, Lucky? You're the host. Where's the
Do your
erotica?
job.
You said you. No erotica. Until
Need a good monologue. Let me Google some shit. I've got the horrible erotica still written and open on my phone. This is going to be
There
very
you go.
incriminating if I ever have my phone stolen. Great. It just felt right. She slowly licked and tickled his peenie. And because he was so smart, combined with the words in her head,
Again.
like an expression explorer of old. Slicked, she thought. I slicked his peenie. No matter how brilliant her wordplay, the result was the same. Gary's peenie was now erect. Erect, spelled E-R-R-E-K-T. It felt like a quality bar of peenie-scented soap in her hands. Without warning, she gave it a swift headbutt, because men like that. All men like that.
What
War,
the fuck?
Melinda. That's good stuff. That's the stuff that makes me forget about my problems. Melissa derived satisfaction
man.
from this comment. Despite
I'm
the
so
mangled
sorry,
pronunciation
everybody.
of her name, she could feel her horny levels rising to 30%, and her hoo-ha was getting right slimy with anticipation of participation.
What the fuck? Who
Wow.
wrote this?
Gary, me
That's
needs
something.
sex now. Damn, Melissa thought. I wish there was a better way to say that. Gary was all too eager to comply. He reached his peenie away from Melissa's grubby paws and thrust it
Stop
inside
calling
her
it that.
hoo-ha.
What the fuck?
What is up with these terms?
She was pregnant,
wrote
but that could be
this?
dealt with in the morning, provided she was still alive.
Were they 10?
Outstanding stuff, Melini.